the January 12th, 2010 Haiti earthquake. That was a 7.0, 39 seconds long, killed 300,000 people, and left 1 million more homeless.
And you were there.
So I went back after 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
To visit, and I got there a couple days before the earthquake, and it was just insane. Like,
okay, so
absolutely
where
insane.
were you when the earthquake happened? Were you outside, in a room, hotel? Like, where were you?
So the capital of Haiti is Port-au-Prince, and I was in that city, and it's a mountainous city, so there's like mountains all the way down to the beach.
Okay.
And I was like down in the city at an orphanage on the second floor. And when the earthquake started, I didn't know it was an earthquake right away. Even living in California, like, I'd never experienced anything substantial.
Yeah.
And to me, it felt like a Big Mac truck was like starting to rumble down the road. And this was just like a few seconds. And then it got more and more and more intense to where our building was shaking. And
Oh, dude.
there was the lady that owned that orphanage was a paramedic. I think she lived in California actually for a little bit of time, but she's like more retirement age and missionary now in Haiti. And she yelled earthquake. She knew,
Yeah,
she had
knew
more
right away.
experience, right? And I'm like, oh shoot, earthquake. Okay. So second floor of this orphanage, I'm up against this railing. So I hold on to the railing and I'm starting to like plan my escape route. I was like, okay, what if this building goes down? What am I going to do? Am I going to ride it down? Probably a bad idea. I saw a truck down below. I'm like, all right, I'm going to jump on that truck. The shocks will kind of absorb my fall.
Crazy.
And-
like every guy in an action movie. I'm jumping for the truck.
Yeah.
I got this.
So fortunately, I didn't have to do that. The building we were in stood,
Thank God.
but there was buildings all around us going down, and it was noisy, dusty. After like 5 seconds, probably, that's when it started to become scary and intense. And yeah, that's when like structures started to fail around us, and everything in our building that could fall down fell down. Like every table or chairs were flipped over, all the cabinets were on the ground, all the pictures were off the wall, all the kids had fallen down.
Yeah.
110 kids at this orphanage.
Unbelievable. I'm sure that must have been chaos, even dealing with them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're kids. You know, they don't know what's going on.
So yeah, all the kids were screaming, quite a few of the adults too. And yeah, so once it stopped, we got all the kids off the second floor, the second floor was a special needs area. So we like carried all those kids out first and then got the rest of the kids out. And this orphanage is surrounded by walls. So my firefighter, not hired yet, but some of the training in me was like, all right, collapse them. We got to, stay away from the buildings, stay away from the walls. So we got in like little groups where it seemed safer and sat on the ground because aftershocks started hitting, and the aftershocks were like 5.0 and bringing down remaining, struggling buildings that were just barely hanging on, bringing down more buildings. And over the next couple weeks, there were hundreds of aftershocks. Wow. But yeah, so this was almost 5 p.m. in the evening, so dusk, and I wanted to go out and help, but I felt like I was needed with the kids, like a lot of kids to handle.
Yeah.
And I thought my dad knew where I was. There's like a couple places I could have been, and I was like, all right, I probably shouldn't go wandering. Like, I'll probably stay where he thinks I might be. And no cell phones worked. Like, all the towers like either went down or there's like millions of people trying to text and make phone calls.
Yeah. Oh man.
But at the same time, we didn't know like how devastating this earthquake was at this point. I was like, hope everybody's okay. Like we didn't see like anybody die like right in front of us when it was happening, and we couldn't see anything around us because of walls and buildings and stuff. So yeah, I had absolutely no idea like how devastating it was initially. And so I just waited and really wanted to run out there and make sure everybody else was okay, but I knew I was needed where I was at. So I waited probably a couple hours, and my dad showed up.
Oh, good.
And he